Do you know, it's only since I've been here and been at the last place that I was staying, that I've kind of started to notice the little signals that they give each other more. You know, I was stood outside this morning, there we go, messed my phone. I wondered why it had gone from 60 something percent when I left about 5 minutes ago to 10% now. It's very odd, isn't it? It's odd how your phone battery can just completely die on its own, all on its own without being used. But I've noticed this thing. I was stood outside yesterday and one of them, as they were walking across the street to where I was stood, just outside where I was because it was too hot, one of them coughed and then the other one coughed. It was like a little signal to let the other one know, you know. Oh look, it's Britain's finest paedophiles over there. So that was yesterday, and then this morning I was stood outside again, just waiting to go back in, and one of them walked past. One of them was walking kind of towards me, and one of them was walking away, and one of them did a little signal with his hand, brushed his hand through his hair, and then the other one copied it. It's like they're told, to get little messages to send to each other, to be told what signal it is to do to the other one watching. They don't necessarily have each other's names or anything, you know. They just signal each other using little hand movements, like this one's going to walk past you and do this little hand movement, or this one's going to be carrying a certain thing. Just have a look out for them, you know. But that's how they signal each other. It's really interesting when you're kind of in a place where you're not familiar with the people. Obviously, where I lived before, I was there for a couple of years, so I got used to seeing the same faces, but it's different when it's kind of strangers, you know, and they're all kind of involved. They're all kind of filth. But it's interesting, you know. But let me tell you a little story. This phone thing's funny, isn't it? Amazing. It's like you don't want their faces captured on camera. Embarrassed about what it is that they do because they're cowards. But I had money with me when I left where I lived. I'd saved up loads of money and I had it in cash. I tend only to use cash. And I stayed at a B&B one night. It was absolutely freezing, you know. So I made use of kind of a wee bit of money, spoiled myself and stayed at a B&B. I don't know if I can go in here. No photography. No photography in a park. Kensington Gardens. I wanted to go and see where they've got Lady Diana Memorial thing, haven't they, from where the bastards murdered her. So I made use of the time when I was there, and I took all of the £10 notes out of my money and put them in my purse that I was using. And then I kind of went out when I was there to buy food and stuff, and I kind of left stupidly, you know. But I didn't have anything really to carry apart from my pockets. And I don't want to take a big massive rucksack with me every time I went out, so I went out for food and stuff. And then, so I left like the big amount of money that I had. I took my little kind of purse that I use with me. And then a few days later I was in the tent and I thought I'll just kind of sort through my stuff, you know. And I went through my stuff and I kind of looked in this bag of money that I had, and there was loads more £10 notes, even though that I'd taken them out already like a week previously, you know. They send them past me all the time because I used to have one of those dogs when I was a kid. All these £10 notes, I was like, that's weird, you know, and you kind of start doubting yourself, don't you, thinking, did I take all those out? But I knew that I had. So when I was staying in Chelmsford, I needed to put money in my account to use a card to book into this place, or this place, but the last place I've moved from the first place because it was fucking bogging. So I had to put money into my account, and I went into the bank and she told me to use the little paying in machine. And it said on the screen, it came up, and I put all these £10 notes in because I thought they're dodgy, you know, they're dodgy notes, they're checking, they want to know where I've been because they're dodgy notes and they're tracking them, you know. So I thought I'll use these before I use anything else, all these £10 notes that just appeared. I went to put them in the cash machine and it came up, notes not valid, and then it swallowed my card. Luckily the bank was open, but it took my card, so I said to one of the members, it gave me one £10 note back and took the rest. So I said to one of the people there, and then the guy come out and got my card back out of the machine and got the notes back and handed them to me, and he went, oh, there's nothing wrong with the notes, it's just the machine. And I thought, aye, fucking right, there's nothing wrong with the notes. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to get me done with some kind of fraud for passing off dodgy banknotes. That's exactly what they're trying to do, putting all these notes in my stuff while I'm out of the room when I leave my belongings. But firstly, to track me, to trace wherever I am so they can see where it is that I've spent money following these notes, and then obviously to bring up some kind of, they always go with the whole fraud thing with me. They use that all the time. It's a word that they've used continuously over the past few years. But they'll kind of switch it around as well, and they'll use the word dwarf. It's just fraud backwards. But obviously it would look stupid, wouldn't it, if I actually knew that they were dodgy banknotes and that I was paying them into an actual bank. So they had to say that there was nothing wrong with them, But it's wild. You've got to watch these people. They're dodgy as fuck. They'll try and get you at every turn, try and get you done with things, try and make up lies about you, that you're a criminal, that you're passing off dodgy banknotes, etc. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of tell you that. I obviously bought myself a little kind of rucksack just while I'm here, that I can take my kind of important belongings, the stuff that I don't want them getting to, with me wherever I go. So it's a pain, but it has to be done. It's you have to do things to kind of keep yourself safe and stop these fucking wretched bastards messing with all your stuff and try to get you done with some kind of crime, because that's what they want to do. They want to have you painted as a criminal. Anyway, take care. God bless. Lots of love.